Good day, and thank you for watching. If you are on probation in California, there is something you need to understand right away. Probation is not just a second chance, it is a set of conditions that must be followed carefully, and violating those conditions can lead to serious consequences. This is known as a probation violation. Let's start with the basics. Probation is an alternative to jail or prison. Instead of serving time in custody, you are allowed to remain in the community under certain terms. Those terms can include reporting to a probation officer, attending programs, paying fines, staying away from certain individuals, or obeying all laws. Now here's the key: every condition matters. Because even a small violation can bring you back into court. And once that happens, your situation can change quickly. Let's talk about what counts as a violation. There are two general types. First, technical violations. These involve failing to follow specific conditions of probation. For example, missing a meeting with a probation officer, failing to complete a required program, or not paying fines or fees. Second, new law violations. This occurs when a person is accused of committing a new offense while on probation. This is more serious and can have a greater impact. Now here's where many people make a mistake. They assume that a minor issue will not matter, but probation is based on compliance, and repeated or even single violations can be taken seriously by the court. Now let's talk about the process. If a violation is alleged, the court may issue a notice or a warrant. This can result in a hearing and, in some cases, immediate custody. At the hearing, the court will determine whether a violation occurred. Now here's an important difference. The standard of proof in a probation violation hearing is lower than in a criminal trial. It is not beyond a reasonable doubt. It is often a preponderance of the evidence. That means it may be easier for the court to find that a violation occurred. Now let's talk about consequences. If the court finds a violation, several outcomes are possible. The court may reinstate probation with the same terms. It may modify the conditions, adding new requirements, or it may revoke probation and impose a jail or prison sentence. This is why these hearings are so important. Now let's discuss another key point: intent. In some cases, the reason for the violation matters. For example, if you missed a payment because you lost your job, that may be different from simply choosing not to pay. Now, here is the absolute key to success. You need to show that effective documentation matters a great deal. Clear evidence matters in every case. Now, let's talk about communication. If you are having difficulty complying with probation terms, it is important to address that early. Do not wait until a violation is filed. It is absolutely critical that you communicate. Be sure to document your efforts carefully. Take steps to show that you are trying to comply. Now let's discuss the potential strategy. If you are facing a probation violation, the focus is on explaining what happened and addressing the issue. What led to the violation? What steps have you taken since? What can be done to prevent it from happening again? These are the questions the court will consider. Now let's talk about preparation. Be sure to gather all necessary records. Provide solid proof of your employment. Provide proof of your program attendance. Any documentation that supports your position. Always remember, because in court, what you can show is critical. Now let's address a common misunderstanding. Some people believe that if the original case is minor, the violation will also be treated as minor. Please understand that that is not always true. The court may view the violation as a failure to comply with its order, and that can be taken seriously. Now let's look at the bigger picture. Probation is a significant opportunity for you, but it comes with responsibility. Following the conditions is not optional, and maintaining compliance is key to avoiding further consequences. Finally, let's talk about expectations. Not every violation results in jail, but every violation creates risk, and how you respond can make a difference. In conclusion, probation violations in California can arise from both technical issues and new offenses. They are taken seriously by the court, and they can lead to significant consequences if not handled properly. Understanding your conditions, staying compliant, and addressing issues early are critical steps. If you are facing a probation violation or have concerns about your situation, don't wait. Call us at 888-888-6582. I'm Vince Davis, and we are all in this together.